What's going on, Cowboys Nation? It's your boy DMV back with another one, and we're here with Mock Draft Friday. It's the first time that I've done it the whole time, but we're getting down to the nitty gritty of the draft. A lot of things have changed. There are a lot of 30-day visits and things like that, and people are jumping up and down the board. There are a lot of things that have happened, pro days and all of that stuff. So before, I wanted to make sure that it gets narrowed down before I start doing mock drafts and putting it out there for people. So without any further ado, man, I appreciate y'all. Make sure you like, subscribe, hit that bell each time I come out with content. And as I've stated before, man, if you want to make a contribution to the channel for the upgrades and a lot of the trips and stuff that we have planned, feel free to cash at me, DMV Fanatic. We're only talking about just cash apping $1. If each of the subscribers donated $1, we can make super upgrades, and I'd be very, very appreciative, and you would see a greatness in this channel. All right, so without any further ado, man, we're gonna get into it. All right, let's go. So we set the parameters, right? So we're gonna go all 7 rounds. We're gonna go middle as far as speed goes, so that we can see who's picked and who's going off the board. We went middle of the road as far as public versus PFF. Positional value, we went in the middle. Draft for needs, we went in the middle. And then randomness, we ramped that up a little bit because this draft is going to be random with the selections out there. So we're going to enter the draft, and we're going to start the draft. Bryce Young went number 1 overall, and the board is going crazy. But look, oh my God, JSN already went. That was my number 1 player on the board. I was hoping he kind of fell to Dallas here. With looking at the board here, all right, let's look and see who are the selections so far. All right. Quentin went. Bijan just went 2 picks before us. So I think with how this board falls, now you got Brian Branch there. I don't think that Brian Branch is a good pick. Darnell Wright, I think is more of a right. I think he's more of a right tackle. Miles Murphy sitting right there. Brian Brissy, Anton Harrison, Will McDonald, Zay Flowers, BJ Ojolari sitting there. So I think based on how it falls right here, we know that Dallas has been looking for a weapon, right? Sorry, I hit that by accident. They've been looking for a weapon. Now, I think with how this falls, you're looking at either Will McDonald or Zay Flowers. All right. You're looking at Zay Flowers or Will McDonald here. And Dallas has met with either one of them just as much as the other. Will McDonald I would say Will McDonald probably got a little bit more attention. So if I'm going off of what Dallas has done, I'm going to go with Will McDonald at the 26th pick here. Will McDonald as the 26th pick. And my guy Voch Lombardi is somewhere doing backflips. He might get arrested if we got Will McDonald. Shout out to my guy Voch, man. Shout out. Henley just went. Okay, so I think that at this point, Dallas has to go more than likely with a guard or offensive lineman for the fact that they went with that. Now, Josh Downs is sitting there, absolutely, right? So let's take a look at the tackles. I think you can pretty much count tackle out in the second round based on that first pick. So interior offensive lineman, you got John Michael Schmitz sitting right there, who I know that the Dallas Cowboys have had contact with, right? At the combine, you got Joe Tippmann, who's a very good lineman. You got Chandler Zavala. So I think that you're going to have to reach a little bit here, but I don't think it's much of a reach. I think your pick is going to be John Michael Schmitz out of Minnesota, who has the position flex to play guard here. So John Michael Schmitz as your 58 pick. And it's a very, very good pick, man. It's a very, very good pick so far. The Dallas Cowboys have started off their draft in a really good position. Oh man, Trenton Simpson went really, really, really late. Okay, so Chandler Zavala would have fell, which would have been very, very good for them, right? That would have been very good. But let's look who's still on the board. You got a one technique here and Moro Ojomo, but Dallas I don't think has shown very, very much interest there, but he is there in Dallas, right? So we're looking at a list of people that they are interested in, right? And as I go down, now I do like Isaiah McGuire here. I'm not gonna lie to you. I like that a lot. I love Carl Brooks. Tank Bixby is cool. I know the Cowboys met with him at the combine. Moro, Jomo, like I said, that's a local guy that could, be a very good pick there. But if we're going off of what Dallas has shown, look, Corey Trice is sitting right there. But Kendre Miller is looking at you right in the face. And I do know that Dallas has some interest there. They definitely have some interest there. Eli Ricks is sitting right there. That's a very good player. Overshown is somebody that Dallas has shown interest in. Jaquelin Roy is somebody that Dallas has shown interest in. Andrew Voorhees is somebody that Dallas has shown interest in, meeting with him at the combine. So, Ivan Pace is sitting right there. But, we're going to go with what Dallas has been thinking, right? And obviously they need running back help. And I think what Dallas will do, since they have already gotten their edge, it doesn't look like. I mean, there is a linebacker that you can get, but I think Dallas probably goes Kendre Miller here out of TCU as the third round pick, and so you got Will McDonald, John Michael Schmitz, and Kendre Miller. I think that you can be pretty happy with how the draft is going right now. Not sure how PFF is going to grade this thing, but I think as far as needs go, as far as what Dallas has been interested in, I think that we have been doing a pretty good job so far. And so now we're in the fourth round. Eli Ricks is still sitting on that board. Ivan Pace is right there. Dallas definitely needs linebacker help. You got Davis Allen, the tight end. And we're sitting at 129 right now. We're sitting at 129. Let's take a look at the tight ends that are still on the board. So Davis Allen is your top tight end that's still on the board. Latu is somebody that they brought in for a visit. Before Brenton Strange is a very, very good tight end there, right? So there's still some tight ends on the board that I really like that could be available. Okay, so we've touched on edge, we have touched on running back, we have touched on guard, right? We have not touched on linebacker yet. So let's take a look at the linebacker board so far. Let's take a look at the linebacker board. So Ivan Pace is sitting right there. We talked about him on the show last night. Very, very good player, man. I think if Ivan Pace is sitting there with you possibly needing linebacker help, I think that you got to take him there, right? So for me, but Corey Trice is sitting right there, who is an Eli Ricks. That's very, very tough. Even though Eli Ricks is sitting there, and that's a very, very good pick for Dallas. I think we're going to go with Dallas showed the need to get corner too. We're going to go with Eli Ricks here. We're going to go with Eli Ricks. And we're going to see how the linebacker board falls. That's tough. Ivan Pace just went. That was tough. Cam Jones just went. That's the thing. But Dallas got a really good corner though. And I don't think Dallas passes up the corner there. So let's see the linebackers, because like we talked about, while linebacker isn't the Dallas has made it known that they want corners as well. Okay, you got Muhammad Diabate, who's sitting there, possibly later. And Jeremy Banks is sitting there. Jeremy Banks is a good guy. That's the guy that Boss talked about yesterday. So let's check a look who's still on the big board. You got Keaton Mitchell. And Also, Dallas could double up at the running back position, which I expect them to possibly do. You got Clayton Tune, somebody that they're interested in right here. This might be a good spot to take a quarterback. This might be a very good spot. You still got Mafia on the board. Mafi's on the board. Dallas likes him. They could definitely, double up at the guard position. Looking at how the sport's falling out, Jay Ward is there. That's somebody that Dallas has expressed interest in. Aiden O'Connell is there, and I think that how this is how the board falls right now. If you're looking at depth, I think Dallas could double up at guard here, and I'm gonna go with Mafi. We're gonna go with Mafi here. At no, we're not gonna go with Mafi here. we're actually yeah we'll go with Mafi here because Mafi's not gonna be there, right? Boom. Now moving back, there's still a running back that you can get. There's still a linebacker that you can get, but so far, Dallas has scratched the itch of needs, and we'll see how it plays out. We'll see how it plays out. But Dallas is really, based on this draft, Dallas has really, really done a fantastic job touching on needs. And also keep in mind, too, a linebacker, something that they could touch on in free agency. You know what I'm saying? Free agency is definitely something. Uh, man, I'm going to be honest with you. If Jay Ward is sitting right there, I think Dallas takes him. I think that's another DB right there that could make a you know what I'm saying, like he can make a splash. Jay Ward is a very good player. Muhammad Diabate is a very good player. Aubrey Miller out of Jackson State, that's somebody that Law Nation talked about last night. You know, he's at his alma mater. Cameron Latu is sitting right there, and that's somebody that Dallas has showed interest in. Now remember, these later rounds, this is based on what Dallas has showed us so far, right? And what they've been looking at. I think if Cameron Latu is sitting right there, because while they do like Jay Ward, and I do see that Jay Ward was somebody that they talked to at the combine, Latu is somebody that they brought in for a visit. And tight end is something that they feel like they wanted to beef up the room. We're going to go with Cameron Latu for the 212th pick. And I think that, again, this is a very, very solid draft based on what Dallas has showed us recently, what they've shown us that they really want based on value and need. And I think that we're doing a very good job right here. And this is the last pick. You got Stetson Bennett sitting right there. Darrell Chami, Cameron Brown, Muhammad Ibrahim is somebody that Dallas has shown that they have interest in. Let's take a look at the running back room because, look, you might be able to sign you an undrafted running back. You know what I'm saying? That you might be able to bring in. Like, none of the guys that I would want to, but we got us a good running back. We got us a good running back early on. Let's take a look at the linebacker position. Let's take a look at the linebacker position. Oh, sorry, I don't know what the heck happened there. We're going to take a look at the linebacker position. My touchscreen is not allowing me to do this right now. All right, we're going to go down. We're going to take a look at the linebacker position. Muhammad Diabate is still right there. And I think that, and Jeremy Banks is still right there. But see, these are some guys that you might be able to bring in for undrafted free agent. But we're going to go Muhammad Diabate out of Utah for our last pick here. And we'll see how they grade it up. We'll see if, now, it doesn't matter what PFF thinks, but as long as Dallas feels great with what they picked, then based on their research, then I think that they'll be fine. And looks like PFF, they didn't like the Mafia pick. They didn't like the Latu pick. But Diabate got an A minus. I think, Will McDonald is going to be a guy they're happy with. John Michael Schmitz, Kendre Miller, and then the Eli Ricks pick got A plus. But let me know what you guys thought of this mock draft. This right here is what we have right now. So I'm going to move my face off. Well, I was going to move my face, but yeah, this is what we got right here. We got Will McDonald, John Michael Schmitz, Kendre Miller, Eli Ricks, Antonio Mafi, Cameron Latu, Muhammad Diabate. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section. Appreciate y'all for stopping by, and we out. Peace.